Welcome guys, this is KOK Party Favors. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on making labels, vinyl labels using Cricut Design Space. Okay, so I have Cricut Design Space pulled up and I'm using a different recording device because I want you to be able to see the actual screen and the Cricut cutting mat while it's cutting on the machine. Okay guys, so we're going to go here. When you pull up Cricut, it'll bring up all your holidays or any events that are currently going on. So as you can see, they have here where you can buy materials and accessories, glass etching, Father's Day, graduation, vinyl projects, beginner projects. It's really nice and user friendly, but you do have to put the time in to learn how to use it and maneuver to get done what you need to have done. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Father's Day, and all of the Father's Day projects are going to appear. Okay, now I pretty much know what I want to put on my toolbox and my popcorn box, but I'm just going to take you through Cricut Design Space so you'll be able to see. Those of you who don't have it, those of you who are interested in buying it but just aren't sure right now. Okay, let me turn it up just a little bit. Make sure I got it up just a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to go back to the top. And as you can see, this first row here is Father's Day cards. All of these are Father's Day cards. Let's click on one, for example, here. Okay, now this is a card that says, "Beers to you, Dad." So it's a beer can. The card is shaped like a beer can. And it goes on down here to tell you everything that you're going to need to cut this project. So you're going to need white cardstock, green cardstock, silver cardstock, the 12 by 12 cutting mat, and glue. And so you can look here to find out everything you need for the project, so you know if this is something that you can make or if you're going to need to go out and buy some items to make it. Okay, so we're going to go off, click off of that, and now we're going to go down to this topic is grilling dads, and I do have a grilling theme basket that I'm making, but I don't need any vinyl to put on that. The way I'm going to package it up, I'm not going to need to put anything on that. But this is nice. They have some here. This one is I think you have to use let's see, this requires premium vinyl in black. And this is just a bar sign. At first I thought it was a cut mat, but this is just a bar sign. And this is what you would need to make this. Is just a piece of wood. And I would say either square or round. And yeah, this says round to keep it in line with the project. And some vinyl, black vinyl. You need transfer tape, you need a scraper, and you need your cutting mat and black vinyl. So once you have all that, then you can make this project if you wanted to for Father's Day. Okay, we're going to click out of that. Now what I want to do is, I love this Grill Master. That is so pretty. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so what I want to do is going to be something really, really simple. So what I'm going to do is just go to New Project. And this is a clear mat that you can start creating on. Okay. And so I am going to click the text. This is the menu. And I'm going to click text, which is right here. Just click it. And I am going to type in Happy Father's Day. Let's see, I'll go ahead and make it one line. Okay, I've measured my toolbox, so this cannot be wider than 7 inches. You see your width up here, and up here it says that the width is 10.399, the height is 1.296. So with text, you don't have to keep this box closed. Okay, this box keeps the width and height in proportion. You don't need that with text. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is the width, I'm going to take it down to 6.8, and you can just type it in, 6.8. And I'm going to check and see. I'm going to use my little ruler here and check the height of this area to see, because you don't want to cut your letters larger than what you need, then it will be wasted vinyl. Okay, I think we're going to do between 2 and 2.5. I think I'll go with 2. So we're going to move the height, which is right now 1.29. We're going to move that to 2. So just type in 2. Hit enter. And the text is already changed to 6.8 wide by 2 high. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm not going to change the color. What I'm going to do, because I'm using vinyl, even though it's showing black here in the lettering, I have my mat already prepared with this is like a goldenrod color vinyl. So I'm going to use that. And what I'm going to do is print or have the machine cut this vinyl. So what I'm going to do now is turn my machine to vinyl. Right now it's on Cardstock Plus, as you can see right here. And this just tells you the tools you need to load. Okay, so for this project, all I need to do is have the blade in. There's no tool required. So I don't have to worry about that. There's a scoring tool and other tools that you can use in clamp A. So this is clamp A and clamp B. Okay, so this is the cutting blade. It's in clamp B. It's going to stay there. So if I had to score it or do anything else, I would load a tool into clamp A. But I'm not doing any of that, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this dial here, I'm going to turn it to vinyl. Okay, that's vinyl right there. And, okay, that's vinyl right there. Okay, now I'm going to put my mat into the machine. Hit the flashing light. And now it's telling me that it is ready to cut. All I have to do is push this and the machine will take over and cut out the Happy Father's Day. Okay, they have a fast mode and a regular mode, so I'll leave this in regular mode. And I like to do that a lot with the letters, because when you do the fast mode, sometimes it tears up the letters. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it go at its normal pace. And I am going to go ahead and hit this flashing button, and then it's going to read the text that I want. It's going to start cutting it. Let's see if you can see some of the letters already. No, it's kind of hard to see the letters. So we're going to wait and we're going to let that cut. And the computer tells us now that it's 49% finished cutting. Okay? So we're going to let it finish cutting. And once it finishes, then we're going to go to the next step. And that's going to be to move our letters over to our transfer sheet. And I'm going to let you know how the transfer sheet works and all of that. Let me get this area here clear so we can get ready to use our transfer sheet. Guys, I have so much stuff in my office right now. I went shopping again this morning and found some more good stuff that I needed. And so I am ready to start creating. And the first thing I'm going to create is going to be that toolbox that I showed you guys on yesterday. So I went and got some more pieces for that. All right. So once it does that, the machine is finished. You'll get this blinking light that says, okay, it's finished. You can eject the mat. So I'll hit this button and the mat comes out. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to sit down this camera and I'm going to show you how you weed your project. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to show you the weeding tool that you use. I have several. Okay, guys, this is the little weeding tool. This is what I'm going to use to weed through this vinyl and get this Happy Father's Day text out of here. Now, I do have a light board, guys, and a light board magnifies the text better so that you can weed out the vinyl that you don't need. But I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to go ahead and just weed it like I normally do. But it helps when you have really detailed and intricate cuts. It will help you weed your project easier and faster. So the first thing I do, and I always like to keep my project on the mat when I'm weeding out my SS vinyl. I just leave it on the mat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start here in the corner. And I know you all can't see the lettering, but I see it. So I'm going to make sure when I'm pulling off my SS vinyl that I am not pulling up any of the lettering that I need. Okay. So as you can see, so far, this is what we have. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. You have to be really careful because sometimes if it doesn't pull away or it snags, you'll have time to, press it back down and not ruin your project. So this weeding tool, what I'm going to use the weeding tool for is to go in and get this opening out of the A, the P's, the A here, this E, the D, and this A here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and I'm left-handed, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to do the A with my right hand. You just prick down in the center of what you're trying to remove, pick it up, and there's the A. The A is done. And I have an item to catch my little weeding little pieces, but I don't know where it is. So now I'm going to do the two P's, and I'm going to show you how they turn out. Okay, let me get a good look at them. Okay. Okay, so they cleared up the two P's. Okay, so we have happy now. That's done. Okay, so now we're going to go to this fathers. We're going to do that. We're going to get the opening for this A and the E. Okay, so we got the A and the E. Okay, So now you can see fathers real clear. Now we're going to get the D and A on day. We're going to do that. Okay. So now you see, guys, we have Happy Father's Day. We've weeded out all of the vinyl that we don't need. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this from the mat. Okay. So just get it at the corner and just remove it. Okay. So I removed it, and this is what we have, guys. Okay. So I'm going to sit that down. I'm going to move my mat. I'm going to get this vinyl off my fingers. It's stuck. And now what I'm going to do is get my transfer paper or my transfer sheet out. And this transfer sheet helps you transfer your wording or your design onto the object that you're trying to add letters or design to. So what I'm going to do is cut it to the size I need. Now this is a roll of transfer paper. Okay. And it has grid lines that really help you too. So what I'm going to do is just cut it. You can cut it on the grid line. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down some of this excess backing. I don't need all that. So we're going to cut that down. And what I'm going to do is my transfer paper, I'm going to peel it off the backing. Peel it off. Throw the backing away. This part white that goes away. The part with the lines, that's what you keep. You cover up your wording with that. And you also trim that. I could have trimmed it off more and saved this transfer tape, but I'm really being wasteful with that, because I need to get better with that, because I can save a lot of product. Instead of spending money replenishing it more often, I'm gonna get better with that, guys. Okay, so now, guys, you can see I have my transfer paper over the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. So now I'm going to use this. I call it a scrapers. It's all kind of names. I know scraper is not the proper name, but I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, what they call, burnish this. And that means I am going to scrape it, because what I'm trying to do is to get the Happy Father's Day to adhere to the paper, the transfer paper with the stripes on it. I want that to adhere. I want to take it from the white background. Okay, the white background is what I cut the letters on. So I'm going to burnish it with this tool. And what I'm hoping happens when I pull the white part, the white backing off, I'm hoping that these letters will stick to this transfer tape that has the blue lines on it, or the blue squares, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so after I varnish that, I'm going to take it on the end and I'm going to pull it up. And you see how nothing's going to be on the white sheet anymore. All right, so we moved everything off of the vinyl backing, and everything is now on the transfer sheet, and it's turned backwards, guys. This back is the sticky part, and so the back part is the part that we're going to adhere to our item so that we can decorate our toolbox here, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this camera up so that you can see me adhere this to the toolbox. Let me adjust this. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Happy Father's Day. The sticky side is going to be touching the toolbox. And if you want to, you can take an alcohol pad, make sure it's clean. I've already done that. And then you just take and line it up as best you can. And you're going to press it down on your item. Okay, so I pressed it on the toolbox. And you're going to take this scraper, which is not the proper name. Okay, so I don't want anybody to get on here and say, oh my God, she called it a scraper. It's not a scraper. So I am going to burnish. And now what I'm trying to do is get the letters to stick to the toolbox. So you see how many steps we have? And this same method is used for anything that you're putting vinyl on. They have permanent and semi-permanent vinyl, okay? Some vinyl can be removed, some can't. I have permanent vinyl with this project. And hopefully when I finish this varnishing, there will be nothing on the transfer tape. It will be adhered to the toolbox. And this process, you must go slow, because if a part is not coming from the tape easily, you need to tape it back down, burnish it some more with the scraper, and make sure that you get a really good seal with the vinyl and the object you're putting the wording on. Okay, so the H didn't take, so I'm going to see. I'll go from this side this time, guys, and see if the Y has come off. Okay, so I got the Y over here is coming. The transfer tape has let the Y come off. So this is just going to take a lot of burnishing, so you have to be patient. And just go slow. Slow is the key. Slow and steady. Sometimes you have to help it. Okay, so we have day released, okay? So we're doing good so far, guys. We're doing good so far. Okay. Give it a good scrape. There's certain times it doesn't want to let go of the transfer tape, and you have to really be careful when that happens, because if you go fast, you get impatient, you will ruin your project. Okay, let's see if we can get this T. Sometimes it just needs a little help. Okay. And guys, all of these projects don't take this long. It must be what the toolbox is made out of. That's causing it not to stick so easily. I'm not really sure. There's some projects are a little more difficult than others. Some the tape will just, the letters will come just right off with no problem. Sometimes you have to give it a vigorous scraping with the tool, or vigorous burnishing with the tool. Okay, so this P, I'm going to have to get that little wrinkle out of there. Okay, so we're going to go over to the next P. It doesn't want to come off either. Some surfaces are just easier for these letters to adhere to, and some aren't. I just know the next toolbox I do, I'm going to be burnishing for a long time before I try to pull anything off. I just want to kind of take it a little faster for video's sake. I don't think y'all want to see me burnishing for 30 minutes. Okay, and then you just rub your hand to make sure all the letters are laying flat, nothing sticking up, everything is smooth surface. All right. And remember, guys, it's really not that hard. It must be just what this toolbox is made out of. But this is our finished product.